Hello everyone, this is Lexicon Architect, and I apologize for the delay in this video. I've just been decompressing the last couple of days, but I'm ready to present to you our new commander. So today we're looking at Hallar the Firefletcher, which is a 3-mana Gruul commander with Trample that says whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, you put a 1/1 counter on Hallar the Firefletcher, and then it deals damage equal to the number of 1/1 counters on it to each opponent. So basically this deck is going to revolve around us playing a bunch of kicker spells that are creatures or instants or sorceries that have kicker abilities to pump our commander and start burning our opponents every time we do so. We have a bunch of cards in here that have hardened scaled abilities or puts counters on it or doubles the amount of counters on it. For example, Hallar and Elena allows us to put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is its power. Then we have cards like Forgotten Ancient, that whenever a player casts a spell, we put a 1/1 counter on it, and then we can, at the beginning of our upkeep, we can move those counters. So while getting bigger and bigger, we can, once we make the decision to switch it over to our commander, then we play a kicker spell. We're going to deal a bunch of damage to our opponents. About the Hardened Scale ability, Kami the Whisper Hopes does this for us, and it works good with Hallar and Elena, so we can create a ton of mana and get an extra counter out of it. And Incubation Druid is just a very good mana dork. As long as we can get a counter on it, we're going to produce 3 mana of any one color. Then we also have Rishkar Pima Renegade, which can put up to 2 1/1 counters onto 2 target creatures. And those creatures allow us to generate green mana. We can tap them for green mana. Then, as far as sorceries, we're just going to be playing a bunch of ramp, a draw spell, and harmonize, escape of the wilds, to allow us to play additional turn, and then we can exile the top 5 cards of our library and can play them until the end of our next turn. Then we have Unnatural Restoration, which returns a permanent card from our graveyard to our hand. Then we proliferate. And then also for proliferation, we have Evolution Sage, which whenever our land ETBs under our control, we get to proliferate. So this is going to allow us to continually grow Hallar. As far as instants go, we're just playing a bunch of kicker spells, some protection, and some ramp. As far as artifacts, we're going to be playing the Everflowing Chalice to multi-kicker it to allow us to generate a bunch of mana. Same thing goes for Skyclave Relic. As many times as we kick it, we can create that many 2-tap tokens that are a copy of this, and they allow us to add 1 mana of any color. As far as enchantments, we're going to be playing cards like Flight Rigging, Hydra's Growth, Hardened Scales, Rhythm of the Wild, to put 1/1 counters on our creatures. Hydra's Growth allows us to, if we can enchant this on our commander, it's going to double the amount of counters on it during our upkeep. And that is pretty much it. For lands, we're just going to be lands that, and then as far as utility lands go, we're going to be playing Karn's Bastion for 4 to help us proliferate. Opal Palace is good for our commander because every time we use Opal Palace to cast our commander, it's going to come in with an additional 1/1 counter on it for the amount of times it's been cast for the command zone. And then for some other utility lands, we have Mosswork Bridge with Hideaway. And if we control creatures, we'll put a card that we looked at the top 4 and put underneath this for free. Spine Rock Null. At this time, we have to only activate it if opponent was dealt 7 or more damage each turn. So that's it. That's the deck in a nutshell. As you can see, turn 2. And this deck is going to cost you $120. So this video will be uploaded to YouTube shortly, and also on Tumblr and my Discord channel. And I hope you have a very good day.